I'm sorry, sir. Out of the 4 children, only 2 are yours. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time, thanks for stopping by. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so that you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. And like this video, share it with your friends and families. This is a story about an African young man who immigrated from Africa and now lives permanently in Europe. So it happened that this guy got a job. He settled down after legalizing his stay in. So he later applied because all the while he's been living in Europe, he's been traveling home to see his family. He had 4 kids. To him, he had 4 kids. Okay? It now happened that one of the criteria, for your family to join you where you're staying, the country's embassy or the consulate, they had to take the kids for a DNA test. So after the test, they asked him to come back so that he will know, the outcome of the test and, know the way forward from there. When the result came out, getting to the office, this guy had in mind that he had 4 kids. So getting to the office, the gentleman that attended to him called him sir. Mr. X, let's, for privacy's sake, Mr. X. He said, Mr. X, you submitted 4 names of your kids, but from the result of the test, the DNA test, it shows that what you have are just 2 kids. And the man was left, wow, devastated. He lost his mind. And when such a thing happens, it's difficult to control your emotions. For someone to have thought that he had 4 kids all along, and there's this big revelation that out of the 4, only 2 are yours. The disappointment, the betrayal is not something that, it's not easy to contain. Now, we've all been hearing about these stories. It's everywhere on the net right now. On daily basis, we receive these informations. We go through, we hear this news anywhere we go. Sometime in the past, a young man came down from the United States of America to get married. He saw this beautiful girl, he got married to her and left for the US. 2 months after their marriage, the lady came back and informed his people that she can't wait for this guy anymore, because she thought maybe like immediately after their marriage that she is going back to the United States with the husband. But unfortunately, United States is not like, traveling from the eastern part of Nigeria to the western part of Nigeria. There are laid down rules and process that you need to follow for your spouse to join you wherever you're residing. The lady said she couldn't wait for this guy anymore. Just after 2 months of marriage, she got fed up, and that was the end of their marriage. What I'm trying to say is this. I've touched this issue a little in one of my previous videos where I talked about long distance relationship. If you want to get married, my advice is this. If you want to get married, first of all, think about now and the future. That's one. Look at the economic condition in your family, or look at your finance and see if maybe in future you want to emigrate to another country, or you want to migrate to another country. You have to see all these things, look at them critically, and now draw a conclusion whether you want to get married now, or you wait till you get to where you want to get to before you get married, before you settle down. If you're already married and you want to go abroad to look for greener pastures, it's something that you need to sit down with your spouse, talk about it, have a deep discussion before you make a conclusion or make a decision that you want to travel. Because going abroad entails a lot of things. There are factors that are unforeseen that you may encounter on your way. There are so many things that you will see when you get to your destination. It's not like I'm relocating to Lagos. You get to Lagos, get a house or get an accommodation, start looking for a job. It's not like that. When you move abroad, first of all, you need to settle down. If you settle down, you have to start looking for a way to legalize your stay. All these processes take a lot of time. These are the things that you need to discuss with your spouse before you hop on the plane or you pass through whatever means that you want to pass through to get to where you're going to. Tell your spouse about the pros and cons of traveling abroad. Make him or her understand that this is not a journey of 2 years. Some people tell their spouses that in 2 years' time I'll be back. In 3 years' time I'll be back to come and pick you and the children. It's not like that. It's never like that. It may take you 5 years. It may take you 10 years. It may take you 2 years. Nobody knows. It's a journey that is not certain. You cannot say specifically this, how long it's going to take you to settle down. This is how long it's going to take you to come back to see your family. Even when you are settled, even when you are legalized, maybe you don't have the power, you don't have the legal requirements to bring your family to come and stay with you, which means you have to be traveling home maybe once in a year, twice in a year to be with your family. And sometimes it's not enough. You know, we humans, we are different. Most people have more needs, while some have less needs. Now, what I'm trying to say here in essence is this. You have to discuss with your family, with your spouse. If you are in a relationship or you are married already, you need to discuss with your partner what traveling abroad entails, the pros and the cons. Make it clear for everybody to understand. Another thing is, if you are abroad and your family is back home, please let your wife be engaged with something. Occupy her with something. If she is not working, if your wife is not a working class type, you can start a business for her, which will keep her occupied and keep her mind away from, you understand what I'm trying to say? Because this is one of the reasons why when you perform this kind of test that this man went through and you discover that the kids you think that are yours are not yours. So you need to get your wife something doing. Open up a business for her. If she is qualified for a job, let her get a job for herself and get busy. With the children and with her job, there won't be time for her to look around, there won't be time for her to look outside, and there won't be any vacuum for someone to come in and start occupying while you are away. That's number one. Number two is for you to have constant communication. Be in constant communication with your spouse. Quality communication. Channels of communication is just everywhere right now. Video calls, WhatsApp message. These days you can do anything you like about communication. There are so many channels of communication available. So you have to communicate with your spouse constantly so that there won't be gap between the two of you. You will know what she's doing and she will know what you're doing. That's number two. Number three is to make sure that you provide for your family. Some people travel abroad and forget their family back home. It's either you're not working hard or you're enjoying life and forget that some people are back there waiting for you or depending on you. So you need to provide for them. Make sure that they are not lacking. Because if your spouse is lacking, there is a possibility of someone trying to fill in for you. But if you're performing your duties, being responsible, doing what you're supposed to do, there is no point in someone coming in to fill in that gap for you. Okay? The last thing I want to say is this. If you know that you cannot stay because you may be married, your husband is away, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, you've not seen him. If you know the kind of person you are, if you know your body, if you know your system, that you cannot stay without a man for 3 months, 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years, please let this man understand that you are tired. Call him back for a dialogue. Tell him that now you have tried, you cannot stay anymore. It's either he comes back or that you should kiss your marriage goodbye. Make it open. Don't try to patch things up, or maybe like you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing and you're using the name of marriage as a cover. It's not good for you to be having children for someone else in your husband's house. Making someone believe that he has 4 children, at the end of the day, it's only 2 that belong to him, just 2 kids out of 4. Tell your spouse, tell your husband, tell your wife that you can't wait anymore. It's either, if it is the man that is abroad, he should come back home. If the woman that is abroad, he should come back home, or you call it a day and know the next thing that you're going to do with your life. That's what I want to say. Like I said earlier, if you want to travel abroad, make sure you have a discussion. But I would prefer, if you're a guy, you want to travel abroad, just hold on, because you don't know what the future holds for you. It's not everyone that will go abroad and succeed in 2 years. It's not everyone that will travel abroad and settle down in 3 years. Some people, it takes them like forever to settle down. That's the reason why you should hold on. If you want to travel abroad, when you get there, you settle down. If you're already settled at home, go through these processes that I've just outlined, so that it will be open that abroad is not an easy place. It's not a place that you will go and you predict that you're going to stay 2 years, 3 years, and you come back home. Or after settling down, in 2 years' time, you're coming to pick your family. It's never like that. For this man to have passed through this, it's not something that I wish other guys, other ladies to pass through. A woman is out there hustling, the husband is back home enjoying himself with another woman. Betrayal is not good. Say it boldly. If you can stay, make it known to him. If you cannot stay, let him know that you cannot stay, that you're out. It's not a do or die affair. That's what I want to share with you. Like this video, subscribe to our channel if you have not. Please, I'm begging you, subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell and be notified whenever we release a new video. Share with your friends and family. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love.